Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Buck's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of November 9th, 2016. Let's get right into it. First up, we have Action Comics number 267. Men of Steel is the story arc starting here. Books have just been crazy amazing. I can't wait to read it every time it comes in, but it's really, really good stuff. Superman hasn't been really good in a long time, but coming out of this Rebirth stuff, Superman has been very, very, very good. And if you were a Superman fan, you need to get back on it. If you aren't a Superman fan, it's a good spot to try and come in. Really, really good stuff. Next up, we have Adventures of Archer and Armstrong, number 9. It's better than the first story arc, so I'm still going with it. But that first story arc was really rough. Second story arc with the clown or with the circus and stuff, a lot better. So I'm really curious to see where it goes from here. Next up, we have All-Star Batman number 4. Really, really great stuff from Scott Snyder. The Remedial art is hard to look at, but hopefully that will end soon. Next up, we have a new one, and that's Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures number 1. Picked it up just to check it out and see what is going on, see if my son Brody would like it. But yeah, new Batman team-up book or crossover book. Then we have Detective Comics number 944. This starts the Victim Syndicate story arc. I'm really, really curious to see where this one goes. Yeah, Detective has been awesome, and if you're not reading it, you should. And I don't even know if that's the first part, because I think I'm 1 issue behind, so Victim might have started before. I don't know, but I'm tired. Next up, we have Doom Patrol number 3. Still weird stuff coming out of Doom Patrol. Don't know if I'm going to keep going with it. But yeah, for now, I'm sticking with it. Next up, we have Earth 2 Society number 18. You would think this is the last issue. Nope, it's going to continue. Earth 2 Society is okay. I'm just finishing it out. It's one of those books that I'm glad I read it, but once I get all of it, I'm going to put it up on eBay. Next up, we have Flash number 10, The Speed of, Darkness, part 1. Yeah, so, yep, gonna check that one out. Flash has been totally amazing. Really, really enjoy it. But yeah, next up, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 8. Just Bottled Light. This is the first part 1. I don't know, this book has just been really, really solid. Not John's level solid, but almost there. So if you were a Green Lantern fan when Johns was writing it, come back. It's good again. Next up is a new one from DC's Young Animal, and that's Mother Panic number 1. Curious to see what this book is all about. So far, Doom Patrol's kind of the only Young Animal title I'm reading. Shade the Changing Girls is not up my alley, and the Cave Carson book is it's okay. Next up, we have Red Hood and the Outlaws number 4. 1 issue behind on this, but so far I've been enjoying Red Hood and the Outlaws. A lot better than the Red Hood Arsenal story arc, and a lot better than the Red Hood and the Outlaws from the New 52. So yeah, there's that. Next up, we have Scooby Apocalypse number 7. Just a fun book. I look forward to reading every time it comes out. Out of all the Hanna-Barbera books, Scooby's great. The Flintstones is amazing. You need to read the Flintstones. Go find those issues and get them. It's good stuff. And then what was the other Hanna-Barbera book? Well, at Future Quest I don't really care for. And what was the other one? Why am I blanking on the other one? Who knows? Whatever. Next up, we have Supergirl number 3. I'm 1 issue behind on Supergirl, so I need to get caught up. But I've liked the Rebirth and the first issue. Next up, we have Superwoman number 4. Yeah, so I need to read issue 3 still. So yeah, there's that. We got Wonder Woman number 10. Wonder Woman has just been awesome stuff. If you're not reading it, I highly recommend you do, because it is great. And then last up on the pull list, we have Wrath of the Eternal Warrior number 13. Really good stuff from the Eternal Warrior. So yeah, I think I'm 1 issue behind on that, so I got 2 to read now. Yay! Let me put this aside for a second. Get to the variants, because we all love the variants. There's the Gary Frank variant for Action 967. Awesome stuff. We also have the 2 variants for All-Star Batman, variant number 2 right there for number 4, and variant number 3. I thought it was pretty cool looking, so I decided to grab it. Detective, of course, had a variant cover for 944. Really, really good one right there. Flash had that one. Awesome stuff. Mother Panic, I actually picked this one up because I liked the cover. It was pretty cool. So, Red Hood and the Outlaws, of course, has one, and I like all the Superman references there in the background. Awesome, awesome stuff. You like the death of Superman right there. Is that the death of Superman, or is that Superboy? Nope, it's kind of the death. It looks all bloody. Supergirl, of course, had a variant, which I snagged. Superwoman, pretty awesome one right there. And then, of course, the Wonder Woman variants have been fantastic, and you need to snag those up because they go fast. So that's it for my pull list and my variants. All that wonderful, wonderful stuff. Sorry, I'm putting this stuff down. I need to get a place to put it, but I haven't had a chance to get that yet. I did get the special order this week, and that is the DC Bombshells Killer Frost statue. I'm calling it my Dr. Zhivago, or From Russia with Love statue. So hopefully I'll get a chance to start doing some of those opening videos for statues. Just trying to get through, like most of us are tonight. That's it for what I got. So let's see. Okay. Now on to the read list. First up, we have Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows #1. Curious to see what they do with this title. The Renew Your Vows from the Secret Wars 2 stuff was okay. We'll see. Or Secret Wars, sorry. Confusing it with Civil War 2. Next up is Betty and Veronica #2. First one was okay. I'm going to give 2 a try, see if it keeps with me, but who knows. Next up is Captain America Steve Rogers #7. This is a new story arc. Hail Hydra. Funny. Nick Spencer's been okay writing it. I'm still checking it out, but I still prefer Ant-Man. Ant-Man's so good. Next up, we have an Amazing Spider-Man event, Dead No More, The Clone Conspiracy, but if you look inside, it's just titled The Clone Conspiracy #2. The first issue was pretty predictable. The people that came back, and they're not clones, but they are clones. I have no idea, so we'll see what issue 2 tells us. Title that dropped to my read list, and that's Deathstroke #6 is out this week. So don't know how much longer I'm going to keep it up with Deathstroke. Next up is Green Valley #2. I read the first issue. It's pretty interesting, so I'm going to keep going with Green Valley. Next up, we have a new #1 from Marvel, and that is Invincible Iron Man #1. This is the Riri Williams Iron Man, so I'm really curious to see about that. But yeah, who knows. Next up is Mosaic #2. We ordered 2 copies of this for the shop and ended up getting like a shit ton because of the amount of #1s we ordered, because Marvel's desperate for people to read this book. They sent it to us for free. I don't know about that, but hopefully Mosaic pulls through. I enjoyed the first issue, so I'm looking forward to issue 2, but we shall see. Next up is a new one from Steve Orlando and Boom Studios, and that's Namesake #1 of 4. I'm going to check this out. I love Steve Orlando, so I'm curious to see what his other work is. Next up, we have Star Wars Poe Dameron #8. Just a really, really great title. Soul's knocking it out of the park on that book. A lot more than he has on his other books, so it's kind of a letdown. Next up is Uncanny X-Men #15. Still going with the X title there. It's okay. And then a new #1 from Image, and that's a Violent Love #1. I'm going to check this out and see how it goes. But yeah. So that's it for the read list. There was a couple titles that we didn't get enough copies of that I wasn't able to bring home, and that's Glitter Bomb #3 came out, as well as Cannibal #2. I really want to try and read Cannibal #2. I really enjoyed issue 1. Glitter Bomb's been okay, so hopefully I get a chance to read it. But yeah. So last week I skipped over a title, and this title was called Fool Killer #1 from Marvel. And I skipped over it. I was like, oh god, this is going to be trash. And it came out with Avengers. It came out with a couple other books. But when I read it, I was actually pleasantly surprised. Fool Killer was really, really good. It's a shame though, because if our store is any reflection of some stores in the country, we ordered a decent amount of Fool Killer with number 1. We dropped our orders on number 2 to nothing almost because we only sold 1 copy of Fool Killer number 1. I know people are a little apprehensive right now, especially with the Marvel titles, but if you want something dark and you like Ant-Man or kind of that off-brand kind of stuff, I highly recommend Fool Killer number 1. It was a really, really interesting read. So hopefully there's some buzz that gets behind the book and people go to the shops and pick it up and you know, tell their shop to order number 2 and 3 and so on and so forth. So we'll see. Hopefully it sticks around for a little while. I don't expect it to be a long running series, but from what I've read, I'm interested in reading more. So that's my little blurb on Fool Killer number 1. We did not record an episode of the Comics Conspiracy tonight due to the election that's going on. By the time you're watching this, you will know exactly what who our president is, and from what I've seen before I recorded, it is not looking good. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting time in America for the next 4 years, and it's not, no, it's scary. But we will prevail. We will get through all that wonderful stuff. So yeah, what else? Do I have anything else to say tonight? Oh, please continue, if you collect those box tops, to go ahead and send them in for my son Brody. We've so far collected 136. I'm going to turn those in this week. But keep them coming, because there's no end to the box top stuff. So if you've been saving them up, please send them to the Comic Conspiracy. But address them to Brody, and the address is 115A East Fremont Avenue, Sunnyvale, California 94087. To the people that have already sent some, I thank you so much. Brody has been very excited about getting them, which reminds me he needs to finish writing his other thank you letter, so I'll have to get him on that tomorrow. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully I'll be able to get some more content up here for you guys, statue openings and stuff like that. I'm getting a little bit more organized in my life, so hopefully I can bring you some more stuff. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week. Oh, wait, no, damn it. Follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager. All this outro stuff. You can also please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments down below. I love seeing what you guys are getting. All that wonderful stuff. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. You can support me through Patreon and my fellow conspirators at patreon.com/comicconspiracy. And yeah, I'm getting out of here because I need to go to bed soon. So, but I still have to upload this for you to enjoy. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.